Azerbaijan must honor its commitments and sign documents with the EU in the framework of the Eastern Partnership. This was announced at a press conference on 27th of November by the former presidential candidate from the opposition National Council of Democratic Forces, Jamil Hasanli. This is how Hasanli believes the position of Baku must be on November 28 and 29 summit of Eastern Partnership in Vilnius. In his view, Azerbaijan should make a decisive choice in favor of European integration. Azerbaijan has defined its pro-Western choice in 1918 when independent republic was proclaimed. The same was done after restoration of independence in 1991. Azerbaijan became member of OSCE, the Council of Europe, NATO and the EU. We should go where we direct our energy pipelines, said Hasanli. Azerbaijan's way passes through Europe. Joining documents of the Eastern Partnership, Azerbaijan will find new opportunities for increased international pressure on Armenia and an ultimate liberation of Azerbaijani territories occupied by this country, said Hasanli. Hasanli informed journalists about his recent visit to the United States, where he informed the American establishment on the recent presidential election fraud, the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, the problem of political prisoners, restrictions on the freedom of speech, and the problems with democracy and human rights in Azerbaijan. During the meeting with the congressional representatives, members of the group Tom Landers, Hasanli discussed the problem of political prisoners, the pressure on journalists, possibilities to defend the arrested journalists, etc. Next week, the group will raise this issue in the Congress. At a meeting with David Kramer, the head of the human rights organization Freedom House, questions regarding Azerbaijan's fulfillment of its international obligations in the field of human rights were discussed. This organization suggested application of Magnitsky sanctions on Azerbaijani officials who violate human rights. In all his meetings in the United States, Hasanli focused attention on the arrest of the leader of Real Movement Ilgar Mammadov, deputy chairman of Musavat Party Tawfik Yaqublu, activists of decisive movement, journalists, bloggers, and believers. Hasanli also met with Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Democracy Human Rights, Thomas Melia, and others. Commenting on the Friend of Journalists Award recently presented to Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev by a local journalistic association, Hasanli cited an international organization calling Ilham Aliyev a predator of the press. There are a number of journalists in Azerbaijan's jails, he said. The corruption network in Azerbaijan is still prevalent after the presidential elections on October the 9th. In Azerbaijan, many high-ranking officials are involved in large-scale corruption, Hasanli stressed. To solve the problem, it is necessary to change the system of political, economic and social administration. The National Council intends to form a research group on the struggle against corruption, he said. Commenting on the expected price rise, Hasanli said he would consider this as plundering and robbing people's money.